Alright, what's good, y'all? So today, I have a bit of a different topic to speak about rather than my usual topics that I usually speak about. Rockstar, yes, I'm talking about you. I haven't forgot about y'all. Don't forget that I didn't think about y'all because y'all thinking about making GTA 6 $100. But that's another video for later this week or next week when I get time to do it. But today, I'm going to be specifically talking about EA and Battlefield. Now, if you guys didn't know, I actually prefer Battlefield really more than Call of Duty. I have been more of a Call of Duty player in the beginning of my channel and back 10 years ago when I was younger. But when I was growing up and coming up, my cousin actually got me into Battlefield. Now, I never really owned any of the Battlefield games, but I mainly played them over at his house. And the one thing that I do respect about Battlefield is that it's way different compared to Call of Duty. And in recent years, I've grown more of a liking to Battlefield and prefer games like Battlefield over Call of Duty, you know, for obvious reasons, because of one, Activision's weird cases they got going on. That's number one. And number two, they just want to charge like $70 for basically a reskin of every single game packaged up, and then they want to charge bundle skins. But that's another video for another day. Actually, that's not a video for another day. I speak about it all the time, so what am I talking about? Now, as you all know, as of recently, EA and the DICE team and pretty much all of the subsidiaries within EA, they're creating this new Super Avengers team called Battlefield Studios, which consists of DICE, which is the main DICE, which is pretty much the DICE that has made the Battlefield all the way from Bad Company all the way up until recently. But 90% of the regiment has changed and it's not the same studio anymore, but go off, I guess. Then it's Criterion, Ripple Effect, and I think Respawn Studios, but I might be wrong on that. But the point is that they revealed the latest Battlefield game, and really they didn't do it like a regular reveal. They did more of a behind the scenes community testing trailer or announcement for the next Battlefield with a small teaser at the end that I will speak about in a few seconds. But mainly the point of this reveal was to say that they know that they screwed up with the last two Battlefield games consecutively. I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how that happens, especially with Battlefield 2042, which is, i.e., one of the worst video games I ever played and pretty much in all of humanity that I know of as of recently. Now, the main reason why I'm bringing this up to begin with is because, number one, I see people that's getting excited for the next Battlefield game. And I'm talking about they are getting excited because they saw a 10-second teaser at the end of the YouTube reveal announcement for Battlefield Labs, which is the new CTE community testing thing they got going beforehand, so they won't have another disastrous launch for Battlefield 2025, which I'm thinking is going to get delayed to 2026 with how they're talking, but I'll get to that later. And if you didn't see the end of that trailer or the end of that video with the 10-second teaser trailer review, I'll play it for you right now, and then I'll also have this in the background as I'm playing it. Alright guys, so now that y'all saw the reveal, now honestly, I'm not excited for this. You want to know why I'm not excited? Because it's not the first pony show or something that they promise out the gate and it's saying that it's going to be, oh, they show you everything. The thing with EA is that they show you everything. They show you everything. But when in recent years, their marketing team has been gotten so good to the point where they can completely advertise a whole different game, and then when you get the game, it's a complete 180-degree spin, just like Show Off and Juice, where this a complete night and day difference between what they show you in the trailers and what they promise you in the trailers versus what the game will actually be. And they did this a fair few times with Battlefield 5 specifically, and especially with Battlefield 2042. Now, one can argue that can be false advertising, but they tried to sue them. I don't know if the lawsuit didn't go through or what, but people were saying that they were going to sue, but I didn't hear anything about that. I guess they just didn't care enough to actually sue. But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is that EA, they're on their last legs here. Their stocks are dropping left and right, just like Ubisoft's bitch ass is right now. And they know good and well that this is their last chance at Battlefield, okay? They're gonna have motherfuckers ready to go out and buy the newest Call of Duty game every single year because they don't know no damn better. If you don't know any better and you have half a brain, you'll think Call of Duty is good, but if you played Battlefield and other better FPS games, over Call of Duty, then Call of Duty is like some Dollar General, like yearly release McDonald's type slop in the FPS genre. They already know that their reputation is in the dirt as is, and Battlefield is on its last legs, because honestly, and to begin with you, I don't understand how Battlefield is even still going on this long anyways, because this is not the first time that they had rough launches, okay? People love to highlight Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042, the two most recent Battlefield games as of recently, but I looked it up and did some research, and they're saying that Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, the most respected and the most beloved Battlefield games of all time, had bad launches too, and it was bug filled and everything. So it's not their first time.
At least it doesn't crash anymore. You remember that first week we had it? I was using the fucking game disc as a goddamn coaster for my drink. That game had more bugs in it than a fucking episode of Fear Factor. It had more bugs than Kim Kardashian's crotch. It would crash harder than Princess Diana. Oh, come on. What, did you know her personally? Did you grow up next door to her your whole fucking life? It's been 17 years, okay? That's long enough.
And yes, now it's great games, and everybody glazes Battlefield 4 because of whatever which reason. Now, I recently got back into playing Battlefield 4 on my PlayStation 5 Pro. It looks very good, by the way. I still need to make a video on the PlayStation 5 Pro. But honestly, I did not expect it to be upscaled and this sharp on the PS5 Pro. I really didn't. And I can honestly see why that people love Battlefield 4 and even Battlefield 3. Now, I didn't play Battlefield 3, but I mainly played Battlefield 4 at my cousin's house. But the issue at hand is that they know good and well what the players want. All they want is a Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 with the immersion and warlike experience of Battlefield 1, which is ironically the last really good, decent like Battlefield game as of recently, like, come to think about it. And that's a damn shame, considering that game came out over 10 years ago, or almost 10 years ago. But people, that's all they really want, is a Battlefield 3/4. It doesn't matter which one out of the two, as a base, okay? Then they want the Battlefield 1 warlike immersion and the atmosphere of Battlefield 1, and then they want the movement of Battlefield 5, where when you're rolling on your back, rolling prone, and all that stuff. That's all people want. And they knew good and well that they screwed up bad with Battlefield 2042. I'm talking about Battlefield 2042 was so goddamn bad, not only in the open beta, but also in it when it released. It made Cyberpunk 2077 at launch look like a finished game. No lie. But truth of the matter is that I'm seeing people getting excited and hyped just because of this 10-second trailer, and I have a few problems with that. Now, number one, do these people not understand that EA just don't give a damn about their IPs anymore? And their most recent one, I don't know what it was called. It was like some Dungeons and Dragons game. They really just don't give a damn. And then when they just see an old IP they got and they see, oh yeah, people love that. How can we make money off this with a live service? That's pretty much what EA is on now. So, and then not only that, but you have Andrew Wilson, who looks like a goddamn James Bond villain in like a superhero movie. Like, honest to God, he looks like Adam Warlock in the fucking Marvel universe, bro. That's how evil this motherfucker looks. I don't trust him. But then you have his bitch ass running his mouth talking about, oh, like the next Battlefield game will be a tremendous live service. He didn't say that it was going to be a great game. He didn't say it was going to be a good game or anything along those lines, or something that the fans will love. He said that it's going to be a tremendous live service. Now that right there should highlight a fairly good and fairly certain issue that's going on with EA and its tone-deaf leadership. Now, don't get me wrong, I am seeing a lot of community pushback saying do not pre-order this game, and I am one of those believers now. And I've been saying this for the past 10 or so years, is that I don't pre-order games anymore. And the only games that I do pre-order these days come from 3 people. One, Sony Studios, well, sometimes depending on which game it is. Spider-Man I pre-order because the Spider-Man games as of recently has been fire. Number 2 is RGG with the Yakuza series and the Judgment series, and number 3 is From Software with Elden Ring and the Dark Souls games. They never disappoint, at least mostly from what I'm seeing. So, but the thing is that people are saying don't pre-order this game, don't pre-order this game. But now I'm seeing a lot of community people, like some of them rather, not all of them, getting excited for this game and hyping up this game like it's gonna be like the best Battlefield game in a decade or since Battlefield 1. And it's nothing wrong with that, but you got to keep your expectations low considering they put out a lot of broken games at launch. And the 2042 was a straw that broke the tolerant camel's back. And they're saying that this game will come out in 2025, but they're also bringing up, and they brought up on the investor calls, of course, because everybody and their mother is scared to death about GTA 6 releasing later this year in fall, if they're sticking to their guns and releasing it in fall. And that is that if GTA 6 comes out in fall like it's planned to, they're talking about delaying it until 2026. And honestly, I really do not care if it does really or gets delayed anyways, because they don't have an excuse this time. They don't have any more excuses with putting out a bad Battlefield game this time. And my dog is goddamn distracting me. Kylo, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, girl. I'm working right now. What is it? What is it? I think she just wants to be held. That's all it really is. That's all it really is. I'm gonna have to do something about you. Yes, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. What, you want to talk to my subscribers? What is it? What do you want? Now, what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? Look how she's looking up at me. If y'all was to have my webcam on, y'all would see what I'm talking about. She just looked up at me while I'm holding her. But I'm talking about everybody and their mother is so scared to death about GTA 6, but the truth of the matter is that they don't have any valid excuse of releasing a bad Battlefield game this time. They already had 2 consecutive bad Battlefield games. If they screw up 3 times in a row, it's going to be not only the death of Battlefield as people know and love it, but it's also going to be the end of EA, because it's going to be no debate about it, is that EA is going to be filled, or is filled, with no talent having clowns and bad leadership that gets paid way too much money up the food chain, and people is getting underpaid in the dev teams, and there is some clear problems going on with EA, and they're gonna go out of business. Because the last time around they blamed the global pandemic, and they also blamed the fact that people was working from home, but that didn't cover up the fact that if you watch Big Boss's video, he'll break this down very concisely than what I ever will. He said in his video, and from Tom Henderson, who is an insider in the games industry, that 90% of DICE's team, the OGs rather, upped and left after Battlefield 5, and then the new people that came in, 60% of them are brand new, and 90% of them came in after Battlefield 5, so it's damn near a whole nother studio. And then on top of that, people that was in DICE's camp before they left, they went off to make their own studios and went off to other dev teams and other publishers. Now that right there should also highlight how this is not going to be like the OG Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4. They're going to try to make it as close to it as possible. Really, they're better off just porting Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, porting it into the new Frostbite engine, the most garbage game engine known to mankind, and then giving it some new stuff and calling it a day. Because clearly, like, they have some problems going on over there, and their talent is not really as good. Now, another thing that I also want to talk about, and this is pretty much going to be the ending point to this video, really, is that I did bring up the fact that they brought in this new thing called Battlefield Labs, which, if the OGs on my channel or subscribers know, that back in the day they put out a community test server or testing like thingamajig back in the day with Battlefield 4 before it released, and they put out a beta for it, a closed beta for it, and they bringing that back, and then really it's going to be a more public thing. They're going to try to bring in as many people as possible, YouTubers and casuals alike. And guess what? Not only did I sign up for it, but it's looking like that I will take part in it as well, because I just got the email today after the long 300k queue that I had to sit in for like hours, and I mean hours. It was ridiculous. Like, after that, I finally got the email today saying that my registration is complete, and it's looking like that I will be participating in the Battlefield Labs open or / closed beta. Now, the only issue is that I will not be able to talk about anything that's going on behind the scenes in the testing servers or like in the community testing that they got going on, because they're saying that it's going to be under NDA, which means my stupid ass is going to have to sign some paperwork, which I really hate doing. Now, the other thing I also want to talk about is that if I do get involved in this thing, I will try to be as open as I contractually can, and because y'all know I'm going to keep it real regardless. Now, if I'm going to say that something is good, it's going to be good. If something is trash, I'm going to say it's fucking garbage. But I will try to be as open and as communicative as I possibly can and be as open as I possibly can with this whole testing thing, because if I'm gonna be in charge or I'm gonna have a hand in making this next Battlefield game good, I want to be making it as best as possible. And plus, I am speaking to friends that is true OGs in the Battlefield community and play all the Battlefield games to like help me make it as best as I possibly can. So anyways, I will now they're saying that you won't be able to share footage either, so I'm kind of screwed there. But I will be hosting live streams as well and talking about it. Now I will have to dodge questions because I know some of them are going to be watching my channel, but I will try to be open and honest. That's what I'm going to try to end off at. And I will show you, like, or at least tell you how it went or how it's going if they will allow me to. But I will try to be as open with y'all as possible, because I'm not going to let the OG Battlefield fans down with this one, because I know how bad they're fiending and starving for another Battlefield game, and I do not want Battlefield to be another FPS genre to go. Because Call of Duty, I'll be damned if I'm going to let Call of Duty take off and be the king of the FPS genre. So desperate times call for desperate measures, god damn it. But that's really all I have to bring up. And plus, shout out to the Battlefield 4 like OGs that also keep the servers up, or have some servers up for the Battlefield 4 game on PS4/PS5. Plus, I've really been enjoying it, by the way. So hope you guys enjoyed the footage that I also got for you guys. And also, let me know what y'all think about this video down in the comments down below, because I will be doing a lot more video style like this where I just give my honest opinions without much editing. I know you guys love my comedic editing that I do with my rants, but I know a lot of you guys just love hearing me rant or like make these type of videos anyways. So I will be doing more of these more often in between my more edited rant videos. And also, let me know what y'all thinking about Battlefield 2025, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be delayed, and if it does, that's a good thing, because they don't have any excuses, like I said. So anyways, make sure you guys like, subscribe if you guys are new. I will be streaming a lot more as well, and I'll be making a lot more videos Battlefield related as well in the coming months. And I'm out, bro. Deuces.